iMOVE's PhD program is to generate commercially useful outcomes for companies. Census Getso is a prime example of an innovative company using research and development to achieve some of their innovation objectives. They've been on the program for about a year now, and their PhD student, Victor, is doing fantastic work, and he's helping them formulate and generate one of their new products.
The main goal is to provide a fully non-invasive method to provide an automatic axle-based vehicle classification using a tracking radar. Our main focus is to use mainly the tracking radars that we're actually using within our traffic enforcement system within Getso, which is called the RT4. We reached the first milestone of the project, which was to actually verify if this axle-based vehicle classification using our radar technology could be possible. So we actually reached this milestone already. And now we developed a first method, so using signal processing techniques mainly, that is providing nearly a fully automated vehicle classification only using hard tracking radar technology.
Producing an outcome where there is a non-invasive method to classify vehicles in itself is a safe technology to be using because you don't disrupt traffic itself or road surface. In terms of traffic management, it enables industry to measure, record, understand the movements of different types of vehicles, which always helps manage and optimize the network. And really, lastly, in terms of safety, in being able to measure the travel times and the identification of vehicles, vehicle authorities are able to understand whether a vehicle's been on the road for too long, whether it may be even overloaded and too much weight bearing.
There are several benefits of doing an industry-based project research. I will say the first one will actually be the application of the work of the research that you're doing. It's direct application to real world. That is something we're working on, something that is concrete, and it's giving us as a researcher a very nice motivation for doing our research project. The second one, I would say that it's actually give a very easy access to all the materials that is required to do the research, such as, for example, in my case, radar technology, or even test site where we have to collect radar data. The third one, which is actually for me very important, is also access to knowledgeable people. And the last but not the least, doing an industry-based project, it's giving you very clear objectives. So you really know where you're going to, you really know what you have to achieve.
The PhD program in iMOVE came about because Victor had a desire to do a PhD and approached us regarding this. And I basically did some initial research. iMOVE, when we contacted them, were very helpful, explained the options quite clearly. And from there, we ended up coming to an arrangement with iMOVE, Melbourne University, and Victor, and we haven't looked back since.
After we established the connection with iMOVE, the process went very smoothly indeed. So I think without iMOVE, this PhD would never have got off the ground, that's for certain.
My advice to other companies that are considering sponsoring a PhD student or working with a PhD student is to be open-minded. Understand, the benefits all round for your organisation, not just the technical and the outcome benefits of the PhD, but the benefits on having that student available to you intermittently in the office, being able to transfer skills from that person to your people to that person. So my advice is be open. And the best success you're going to get is if you have a good quality PhD student. So we've been quite fortunate in having a really good quality PhD student to sponsor.
We see students benefiting from the PhD program as well as the companies with which they work. But the greater impact is for Australia's future workforce holistically. the pace at which technology is moving, and particularly within transport and mobility, PhD students have the ability to contribute to that workforce of the future.